The fact that this has happened to me more than 4 times this month means this is a tendency. How's it going, gamers? It's BB and you're watching my RSL channel, and today we are going to be talking about the best free-to-play rare champions you can take up to your clan boss team. And we're going to be talking about any other role but damage dealers. Survivability and debuffs are half of your clan boss output, if not, I dare to say even more. So let's get right into it. Also, you have less than a week to claim your Game Leap upgrade pack if you want to participate and indulge in this little treat that we have prepared for you this month. Eat some goodies. You're gonna get some player points out of it, so if you got the money to spend, be my guest. And now we're gonna be kicked out for a little bit and we're going to resume. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, I'm feeling festive. I don't want to leave now. I just want to keep looking at it. The elf skating in the guardian ring. There's another one skating in the portal. Oh my god, the hot air balloon. They're being way too cute, man. They're being way too cute. Look at the Great Hall. Oh my god. Oh, I bet there's Christmas music. Oh, I need to listen to it. It's so whimsical! What are relics? Oh, I understand. Why was I in the menu? I'm sure that I have to be a certain level. Is that Mordor? Since we won't be getting to the new boss anytime soon, let's just resume with what we came to talk about. And namely, the best free-to-play champions to take up to the clan boss team. First, we need to build the criteria for which champions I will include in this ranking, and it would be any of the champions that bring 2 or more of the following debuffs or buffs. We need decrease attack, decrease defense, weaken, increase defense, ally protection, counter attack, increase speed, block damage, unkillable buffs, heals. Those are the most important buffs and debuffs that you should look out for in the champion. Alright, first we need to address the elephant in the room. Cold Heart and Painkeeper have to arguably be some of the best rare champions you can take up to your clan boss team, but I am not including them simply because they are void champions. The other elephant in the room that needs to be addressed is I'm not including any damage dealers. So we're going to skip over KO, poisoners, etc. But if a champion has good debuffs that also bring poison, I'm including them. And now we're going to actually move on to our first champion on this list, and that would be Tiger Soul. Surprise, surprise! Tiger Soul can actually be quite helpful into your clan boss team, especially early on if you just drew her from an ancient shard. She brings poison herself, which is always good in the clan boss. She also brings weaken and block debuffs and 60% increased defense for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown once fully booked. She's one of the few champions that has a long block debuffs buff. That is a rare, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know a lot of rares with such a long block debuffs buff duration. At least I can't remember. So she's quite helpful for her A3, and because of her poison and weaken, her A1 and A2 have absolute utility on your team. Both weaken and poison are really good. So overall, solid choice for both an attacker and a debuffer. Next up, we have Petrifia Rockroot. Just insane character design. Where are her eyes? It doesn't matter. She does not need to see. She can sense you coming and whoop you. But on her A1, she attacks one enemy twice, and each hit has a 35% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. If the target is under a poison sensitivity debuff placed by this champion, each hit has a 35% chance of placing a 60% instead. Where is her poison sensitivity? On her A3. Very, very useful in the clan boss. And here she brings decreased attack and on a double hitter, which makes her quite useful in other areas of the game as well. And the second hit has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. All of her skills are literally clan boss kit 101. You want her on your team. If you get her, celebrate. And especially if you started your game with Kale, or you got Frozen Banshee as well, any poisoner synergizes with Petrifia Rockroot. And they're just a lovely duo, trio. You can make an entire team that revolves around poison and poison sensitivity. And decreased defense for 2 turns is quite helpful. You know who else is a beast at Clan Boss? That's right, Faye, my girl here. She is an epic champion, and you can get your hands on her entirely for free. Yes, you heard me right. What you have to do, however, is set up a brand new account with Plarium Play, and I mean a brand new account. Here's the instructions, just so you don't get confused. You have to click my promo link, which you can find in the description box below, and then make a brand new account with Plarium Play through the browser, and then sign in your brand new account, then download Raid, and then enter with your brand new setup account. You're going to get your rewards in your inbox when you start the game. Mausoleum Mage will be your starter champion, and you're going to find some silver, some energy, and some chickens to get you started. And then as you level up and progress in your game, once you hit level 40, you're going to unlock Fane. Once you hit level 45, you unlock Romero, and at level 50, you will get Vergus. Those are 4 free epic champions, just like that, for leveling up in your game and for signing up using my promo link, man. So check it out. If you're a brand new player, today's your lucky day. Now, we can't really go on without mentioning Spirit Host, who is a free farmable champion, and you can farm for her in Durham, and you can farm for her in Durham Forest, which is campaign level 4. Spirit Host helped me numerous times with her block debuffs buff and her increased attack buff, which is a strong increased attack, by the way, on a 3-turn cooldown for 2 turns. Really good utility on that A2. With her A1, she heals herself 50% of the damage inflicted. She also brings speed in all battles by 10%. If you don't have a speed or a champion, she is quite useful to put. Either you could either go for max HP or speed increase as an aura in the Clan Boss, but either of the two bring great utility and make you last longer and subsequently boost your damage output. Know what I mean? It's a chain reaction, guys. You have to remember, everything is a chain reaction. So the next time the Demon Lord lands a stun on you, you would really want to have a champion like Spirit Host on your team that can block these debuffs at least for a little while. And because she's a free farmable, quite easy to obtain, right? And you're gonna use her for a very long time. You also need her for an Arbiter mission, so hold on to her doubles if you find any. Another free farmable champion is Harris. Harris can be farmed for at Palace of Aravia, which is stage 6, and that makes her really easy to obtain as well. Keep in mind, you also need one of her doubles for the Arbiter mission, so hold on to these. Why Harris helped me a lot. First off, she has a counter attack on her passive, which has crazy utility. She comes with a 30% increased speed on all allies for 2 turns once booked out. That's a 100% chance of placing it, as well as removing 1 random debuff from all allies. And she gets an extra turn if an enemy is killed with her A1, which is not super useful in the Clan Boss, but very, very useful in other parts of your game. Her aura increases speed in dungeons by 16%. Great to take into Dragon's Lair and Ice Golem for these skills. And naturally, this list will be incomplete without our dear Elrond. Apothecary is such a must-have on your Clan Boss team for multiple reasons. Number 1, his A1 is a triple hitter. Just throwing it out there. He heals a target ally by 35%, and this heal can be critical. Crit heal will never cease to amaze me. For a rare champion, what are we flexing for? Not even epics have heals like that. And to top it off, he places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns and fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. This is why he's kind of an upgrade from Harris. Kind of. Very much of an upgrade from Harris. If you do get him on your team, you're gonna stick with him for a long time. Places like Fire Knight are where his triple hitter really shines, and his increased speed really helps your team get him down while his shield is off. Apothecary has to be one of my favorite rare champions in the game. Hands down. I'm really happy that I finally got him. I manifested this guy. I did, and I manifested a few others that I also got. Shout out Reliquary Tender from the Elves. Again, she's a void. I can't really include her, but she's also quite useful in Clan Boss. we're gonna go into the good old creepy skinwalkers. And we're gonna be talking about... No! I messed it up, see? I constantly think this guy is a skinwalker when in fact he's a lizardman. I'll show you why. I'm talking about Bogwalker, who is a straight up crocodile. And I'm thinking Crocodile Man has to be a skinwalker, right? No. They made him a lizard. They made him a lizard. And it's just not accurate. Are crocs oversized lizards? Crocodilians. Hold up. I'll get out the receipt. Crocodilians share a clade with dinosaurs. Lizards and snakes are reptiles found in the Sauropsida clade. Different thing entirely. Entirely different thing. They're not lizards. You did my man Bogwalker wrong. I'll always think of him as a skinwalker. But why he's useful on your clan boss team if you draw him, which I did, and I was pleasantly surprised when I checked some of his skills. He brings a strong decrease attack debuff, though it's a 50% chance for 2 turns. It's quite helpful, no? He also attacks all enemies, which makes him quite useful in other parts of your game that require wave clearing, and increases defense on all allies for 2 turns. Very, very useful buff. This is a very interesting passive, which is why mostly I've included him on this list. He places a 30% reflect damage buff on all allies for 1 turn when attacked with a critical hit, which can happen a lot in clan boss. So that reflect damage will actually activate a lot more frequently than it would activate anywhere else. So try him out in your clan boss team if you draw him, and you might be pleasantly surprised. I think he's slept on a little bit. And last but not least on our list, we have Mother Superior. Mother Superior, who brings a chance of placing a 25% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns, which is quite nice. She heals an ally by 30% of her max HP and places a shield buff equal to any surplus heal for 2 turns if the target is fully healed by this skill, which means that if you stack her HP giga high, she can be an actually really underrated healer on your team. And she also places a 7.5 continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. If that wasn't enough, she also places a shield buff equal to 10% of the target's HP on all allies for 2 turns if an ally's HP is full. She's a really good healer. I think she's also slept on a little bit, and I can't wait to build her out and test her as a healer myself. Considering that if you pull Apothecary, he might be a better option, but it's good to have healer options on your teams. Anyway, especially considering the Mother Superior is a spirit affinity and the Apothecaries of magic affinity, you do need champions that cover different factions, different affinities. You need a little bit of everything everywhere, right? As always, feel free to plop down your own suggestions for the best free-to-play rare champs that you should take up on your clan boss team down in the comment section. Oh my god, I can't speak. I would love to see your suggestions, and thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope that you and I both had fun today. I am actively cooking something, and you will know very, very soon what I am about to serve you. And now that we have manifested ourselves some of our next champions on some of our next pools, I don't know how I do that. I do know, but I can't give you my secrets. Otherwise, the magic stops working. But I'll leave you with that, and I'll let you ponder, and I'll let you have the day to yourself. Alright, I'll see you guys very, very, very soon. Bye!